Testing audio. Check 1, check 2. Testing audio, going around the room, starting with Shadow.
Hello, baby.
Awkward pause. Go ahead, Jordan.
Testing. We're live. Almost.
Last but not least, Dr. Murray.
Testing. We're gonna be late by at least 3 minutes.
Not proved. Talk to you soon. All right, hello and welcome to the Yacht Club, the weekly show where we cover all things Star Citizen. We cover the hottest topics, we talk about the latest news, and then we answer questions just to make sure that everybody can have a good chat and input, and we keep it really casual, like a Wednesday bar citizen, getting through the week, everybody getting together. If you have any questions for us, you can preface your question in the chat so that we can grab those questions and throw them towards the end. If they happen to be super relevant about what we're talking about at the moment, we might just answer them right in their place. But for the next hour or three, sit back, relax, grab a drink, and join us to have a little bit of entertainment and a bit of a hangout. How's everybody doing this week in chat? You guys having a good time? Let us know what you're drinking, and in the meanwhile, we'll go around the table, starting with Dr. Murray, and find out what he's drinking and how his week's been. Dr. Murray?
Yeah. Start off, I'm drinking another small beer.
Nice little beer. A half
Yeah.
invisible beer.
It's a
So wee
stout.
beady beer.
It's 8.95% ABV, which is all right. It's only
Tickle your
32
beard?
ounces. It's not that much.
It'll tickle your beard at least.
Yeah, exactly. It'll make my beard tickle. And I did nothing this week but spend lots of money getting new tires on my car.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah,
Always
loads
fun.
of fun. And sitting around in tire shops waiting for them to install them. Also fun.
Did that about a month ago.
Yeah. What are you up to today there, Jordan?
I am drinking
because you're drinking.
I am drinking a shipyard pumpkin ale.
There's a shocker.
Oh, you poor
Sorry,
dear.
Doc. Sorry, Doc. It's going to be for the next 4 or 5 months, as long as I can get him
I
to
don't know. Now that hurricane comes through.
last.
Yeah, hurricane
Yeah,
might knock you.
That's the next thing. Going to be hurricane prepping down here. It's more than a Category 3, so we actually have to pay attention to the darn things now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be heading to North Florida tomorrow to prep up at the house and get some ice and water and bread and peanut butter and all those kind of good hurricane supplies in case the power goes out. But yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. It's kind of just normal life down here in Florida. What about you, Shadow? What have you been up to?
I've been working quite a bit. Actually, I've hardly watched anything Star Citizen this weekend or week. It is a weekend. No, it's not the weekend. Sorry. It's that bad. Enjoying a nice Gallon 12.
Ooh.
I got to get another.
Going for the sponsorship?
I got another. Yeah, no, they're just don't listen. I think we should start hitting them through the Twitter. Hitting them right
Yeah,
in the Twitter.
maybe. We need a Twitter movement.
Mm-hmm. Nope, just been getting ready to go for our Vegas trip. Got to drag this guy there and build out a data center, do a cool show. More on that later. Well, maybe not next show. So what are you doing there, Stimmy? What are you drinking? I didn't see you pour anything yet.
No, I have. So this is Maker's Mark. So it's nothing fancy, just something nice to sip on while we hang out tonight. Otherwise, I got Dr. Murray Special over here with some nice water, some beautiful Vancouver vintage. It's this year. It's a good year for water this year, so it's going quite well. My week, it's been insane, just like yours. Pushing for product launches and getting things going. Prepping for an exciting week in Vegas. Lots of work and hopefully a little bit of fun on the back end of that.
Asking me a million questions in Discord.
So
does it do this? Can it do that?
You should see the way he types in Discord. It's like it's paragraphs, and I look at my phone, and sometimes I'm just like, I can't do this right now.
You still have I've got like 6 questions.
Yeah, I know you had like 7 or 8
on.
questions to me this morning before I was even awake. But
I have to type them out in like lists. Like I've got to write them out in numbers. I have to number them like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I do that so that he can respond saying, yes, on number 3, blah, blah, blah,
I know,
blah,
I still haven't answered any of the ones from this morning. Anyway, moving right along.
Well, I'm watching you.
I know.
So that's enough water cooler talk. What did you guys think of this week? Did you think it was a good week for news? Do you think it was where's your sentiment in there?
A couple of things happened. Just a couple of things.
Yeah, there was some stuff that happened.
A90 at PTU. There is no other news.
Some stupid stuff happened.
Nothing
Stupid stuff
besides-
happened, but we've already forgotten about it.
Nothing was
Yeah.
important except for the 890.
Mhm.
Yep.
So would it be
Hey,
fair to
90
say would it be fair to say that this week was awesome if you're a high level backer that has an 890 that has the desire to allocate some funds towards a mine laying ship that perhaps went and had a great dinner at the Aegis event?
I really
And
wish
if-
I would
and
have
if-
been able to go to that.
Yeah, it would have been
I
fun.
know, but we had some great representation from the 890 Jump Club, so we'll show that a little bit later and
We did.
kind of go through.
We
But
did.
for now,
It
you know,
was-
what
it
if
was-
you're
it-
what if
It
you're
was a great week
Joe
for everybody.
Backer?
You didn't have to be a super high level backer, and anybody for $10 a month for the price of one 6-pack, you can be a subscriber, and you can have access to the 890 Jump. And every month that there's a free subscriber ship, so you essentially get a free ship every month for $10. Plus, you get to support all the content, which we'll go into later in the show. But I believe the content is absolutely worth $10 a month.
That was
Anybody
almost like
part of
an
part of the
inadvertent
BTU?
game glass plug. That was pretty good, Jordan. No, I agree. I mean, I
It
still
was a
don't
good
see
plug.
what the
How
squabble
much is
is about
Xylo paying
supporting
you?
it, but
And why aren't you sharing it with the rest of the class?
Yeah, where's our cut? We just give it back to the community anyway. But you know,
You know,
Yeah.
Plug after plug.
I'm the white knight of the group here, right?
Chaotic
fuck that,
good.
fuck that, Jordan, fuck that.
He's chaotic
Fuck
good.
that question. It's a bullshit question.
He's definitely chaotic good. No question.
I like how
Might be going a
Spectre
little
says
chaotic.
that. Like how Spectre says that it's like $15 to $18 Canadian for a 6-pack. But you know, for the price of a 6-pack in Canada, you can get yourself a digital goodies pack for this year's Citizen Con.
Ooh, which is pretty cool.
Ooh.
Good.
Ooh.
Comes with the
Yes.
ship plushie that we're all hoping is a
There's-
Drake Herald.
No.
That's the last ship I want it to be.
That was the last thing I wanted to be.
I want it to be
agreed.
a Carrack or an 890 Jump, but I mean that's pretty.
It's going to be the
safe
Herald.
answers.
I already talked to Chris
Nah.
about it.
It's
You
not
already
gonna be a
talked to Chris
Herald.
about that.
The
It's
Herald is
easiest
Chris's
one to
favorite
make.
ship. Did you not
What
know
if it's
that?
the asymmetrical Herald?
Yeah, exactly. That's what.
If it is, I'm
Better.
burning it.
Ed CZN Star says that it should be the little
The
terrapin.
little
that would,
terrapin, yes.
that would be the best
alive
ship plushie of all.
ever.
Yeah.
Absolutely, everybody would want the little terrapin.
Sig, are you
Spectre says a hull
listening?
D. You know, that's almost a body pillow. The hull E would like just be the entire bed.
A Kraken plushie.
Correct. Yeah, that thing would kill you. You try and snuggle it and murder you.
The odds are good that it'll be a constellation.
Wow.
Oh, Vengeance just tipped.
What?
Wow,
What
big
is
tip.
3782.
Wow.
What's the relevance behind
Wow.
that?
Thanks,
That
Vengeance.
is
Yeah.
$35 European.
European?
Nice. Nice.
Whatever.
You mean like
Or
The euro.
Really nice,
Hero.
Vengeance. Hey,
It-
go and
it-
pick somebody. to,
$50
change your name on
Canadian?
for sure.
his name is NZ Vengeance. He might be from New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Yeah.
And
Ah.
New
So
Zealand
that,
dollars,
that
huh?
could have been $50. Sorry.
Hey, Crunch.
So
Hey,
it's probably like
all the
50
resubs
Crunch.
we got
Oh,
earlier. Thank
okay.
you, guys. We had
So if
a
that's-
couple 5 times, guys.
If that's
in there.
50 New Zealand dollars, is it?
It's just a random as fuck number. All right,
Yeah.
fair enough.
That works. Good morning, Nemo.
Hey, what's up, Nemo?
So what's on
Yep,
what's
NZ.
on our agenda today? 'Cause
2 million NZ.
We're,
Hold on.
we're already we're already stretching things there.
North, you
Come
from
on,
North
yeah,
What's
Zambia?
going on?
That was 50 New Zealand
Holy
dollars.
shit!
That's what that was.
Welcome,
shit.
Captain Richards,
That's 2
brothers,
Captain
and
Oh,
everybody.
wow.
Thanks,
God.
buddy.
Well, there goes the
Wow.
show. Thank you, Captain Richard.
you go.
Thanks,
Welcome,
everybody, for
everybody.
joining. We're,
Goes
we're
the
right at the
neighborhood.
beginning of the show,
They-
so it's great timing.
I'm not
Ava
seeing
C.
enough eggplants. Not seeing enough eggplants.
I love the new Captain Richard emote with the patch. Pirate Richard. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I like the one with the arms. Captain Richards with the arms. That's
I like the
good.
tank
Oh,
one.
there we
because it's
go.
like
There's some-
World of Tanks.
There's some
There's
eggplants.
There's some
Yay,
eggplants.
With some
Nice.
eggplants. Yay.
Nice.
Hey, thanks for the follows.
Welcome everybody. So this is the
Thanks for joining,
Yacht Club
guys.
Stim.
Perfect, Captain.
Stim, do you want to give
Yep.
him a quick intro? So we just had 200 some odd
Yeah,
new nerds
good. Well,
come join us.
Sure. So welcome, guys. So this is the Yacht Club. This is the weekly show where we talk about all things Star Citizen. We treat it like a hump day hangout, bar citizen between, bar citizens in the middle of the week, where we hang out, we talk about the news and what happens in the show, we interact with community questions, and we just try and have a good time. We all share a few drinks, chat away, and sit back and relax and be entertained.
Hey, thanks, Dalmar.
Thanks
So we
to
do
Tip
actually
Galmars.
talk about the news and events. So, Stem, what is on the agenda for this week's show?
I'm glad you asked, Jordan. Let's jump right into it. So, today is August 28th. The State of the Live.
Oh,
universe
thanks,
is
Rumpel. Rumpel just
3.6.1.
gifted tier 1 subs to a bunch of people.
Oh, wow, Rumpel.
This
Nicely
is
done,
gonna be
man.
chaos for
Rumpel,
the
you
first 5 minutes. Consider and drink.
Nicely done, Rumpel, and welcome, everybody.
10 is the
Rumps.
total.
Tasty rumps.
Is there an Evocati version right now, Dr. Murray? Can you talk about that?
No,
I don't believe there is yet.
there isn't one. No.
Okay, so we have the
Hopefully-
PT.
I mean,
Hopefully
there
next
totally
week.
is, but I can't talk about it.
If he is,
Can you
he
say
can
that
talk
there's a
about it
version
anyway.
number, though? Like, is there one? Like, we would know that, wouldn't we? You can say that.
Would-
3.6,
would you?
9.8,
Not until
7.1.
Friday's newsletter when it shows you if there's an Evocati and a PTU build.
Okay, so there's a rumor that there's an Evocati build, but I have no idea if there's any credibility to it. But in the PTU, we're 3.6.2, which is clearly all about the 890. So we're going to be talking a little bit about the 890 today,
Hey,
as well as
Kona.
what's happening with the new concept ship, which is the Nautilus. We're going to do a Q&A. We'll mention very quickly that there's some subscriber perks out right now, which is the Temple Cyclone, and you can also fly for the rest of the month. There's a ship. I can't remember which one it is. Okay. CitizenCon tickets are totally sold out. Recent events that we had this last weekend was we had Gamescom. On the 24th, there was the Aegis dinner. There was also CitizenCon in Mamers, France, in Arlington, Virginia, in Leipzig, Germany. On the 25th, there was San Diego, California, and Cologne, Germany. And we've got upcoming events. We've got 3 of them. One of them is going on tonight in Hamburger, Germany. On Friday, we've got Dayton, Ohio,
Hamburger?
and Honolulu. Hamburger, Germany.
Hamburger.
And finally, on Saturday, the
shots
31st, Strasbourg, Germany, and Kempten, Germany. So Germany is representing after having
Gamescom.
and
Hey,
the
Stem?
dinner
They're
and all
are
that.
super hyped over there.
Damn.
Ah, I
What
see
is
it.
our background right now?
I'm trying to fix
Yeah,
it.
we lost the background, buddy.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to fix it. Okay.
Working on things.
So why don't we start off
Oh.
with
Spelled right.
where we left off last week? So Inside Star Citizen was about quality time. Jordan, what are your
Oh.
thoughts on quality time?
QA does a very important job, quality assurance, and it was a nice highlight. But that they have highlighted them before. I think in an 8-minute and 50-second show, they probably could have done 5 minutes on that and a couple of other segments. I think the community, including myself, was a little disappointed that it was such a short show. I think the community threshold is kind of, if we get 12 to 15 minutes, people are pretty happy, especially in the new format that they've been doing. The way that they kind of spin through some great B-roll, some devs talking, really nicely edited. It's fast moving. You get a lot of information, and they go from subject to subject to subject. And we usually get like 3 to 4 different subjects a week in a fairly short span of time, and it feels like we are getting a lot of content. When they kind of stretch one of these like this over the whole show, and we're
Yeah.
not seeing anything new,
Else.
anything else, the community gets a little. Everybody's like desperate for information, and we're kind of in between patches right now, and people, they're a little desperate. What's the word? Like a nerd in the desert needing.
Seething for content. More.
Yeah. So it was not their best show, and I think that they had like 2,000 dislikes for 1,500 likes on that program, which is, I think, their worst ratio of likes to dislikes ever for any show. Somebody was saying. So yeah,
if they just would have put something else in with
I'm-
it and shortened it to like 5 or 6 minutes on the QA part, I think it would have been
Yeah.
fine.
100%.
I mean, we
100%.
get QA, right? It has to
They-
happen. It's really
they-
cool what they're doing, but
They do a great job, and you know what, that they've been doing these kind of department focused shows on Fridays. So maybe they could have had a Friday show, and some of these QA guys could have shown some of their crazy bugs and stuff like that, and taken a lot of questions from the community. Yeah, I don't think it was their best program ever.
what do
I
you
thought
think,
it was
Stam?
You have no sound.
Mute, buddy.
Thank you. I'm seeing responses like,
Dang, we
Paradise
could have had the
saying
whole show without him.
that they're telling us stuff we already knew, but we can see what's going through their process. They've got CitizenCon to prep for. They had the Aegis event they're pushing for. They had the concept ship, the mine layer, the Nautilus coming out. The 890 jump, they're dealing with community feedback to try and figure out what's going on from the PTU. They're planning and filming Pillar Talk, I'm sure. So at the Squadron 42, that is rumored to be taking a bunch of staff over to that. So not working on the PU. So I don't know if that's true or not, but there's a lot going on right now for CIG.
I still want to see some kind of documentation of that.
Yeah, I think Pillar Talk's going to be extremely revealing for us this tomorrow, Friday rather.
We're
So
all
Xylo, what
looking
can you
forward.
tell us, buddy?
We're all looking.
Tell us anything.
We're all looking forward to Pillar Talk.
If I'm Xylo, I'm watching
No.
this with chat turned off.
Hey,
No
Manny LaRusso
No
subscribed.
pressuring
Hey, man, thanks,
the
buddy.
CIG folks. This is their hangout. Don't be like those people.
Don't be like those people.
Don't be like
Okay.
those people. Yeah. So what's next on our agenda after Inside Star Citizen, which was not their best?
All right, so let's show the roadmap real quick, because
They didn't
this
have
is kind of-
40,000 views.
Oh, this isn't SC.
No, it's not a C just yet. So let's talk about it real quick. So 3.7, we saw what?
Oh,
We saw
Dr. Murray and I
1%
are switched.
increase.
Yeah,
Are
they're backwards.
One thing at a time.
One thing at a time. Sim can only handle one thing at a time.
That's all I got.
He can do
That's
50
all I
million
got.
things at once and throw them all at me during the workday, but he can't do this.
He's got
There
a
we go.
lot
Just gonna
going
hide
on
chat
behind
for
the
a
scenes
second.
there.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
side chat.
3.7, we've gone up 1% this week over last week. So, Jira, the roadmap is obviously tied to Jira. So everything that they're actually showing us on the roadmap, I believe we're getting a true lens as to the progress there. But there's a lot of stuff that's not on the roadmap. We're getting ships that are becoming flight ready or much further through the concept pipeline than we're used to. And there's all that prep going on. So I wonder what else is not on the pipeline that we're either going to see at CitizenCon or is just stuff that is quality of life that we're not getting showed on the roadmap.
I think there's a lot of stuff that they're working on that's not the stuff on the roadmap, and I think there's potentially now here's
Well,
one
we
of the
know
things
that a
that's
lot
very,
with the roadmap
but
too.
here's something else that's very difficult to ascertain from tasks complete or progress, because if you have one big task, then and that might be 2 weeks worth of work before they complete that one task. So over the past month or two, we've been burning down the tasks on the 890, and every week we were just waiting with bated breath for, okay, well, how many tasks did they complete? They completed one task and they added 20. So fuck, this is going to be October before we see the 890, right? And then we'd see like 20 tasks, and now here it is, and there's still quite a few tasks left as of last Friday. How many tasks were there? You got it in front of you. How many tasks are on the 890 there? Can we actually see it?
So it's 212, I think, or 210.
No, 210 of 252, yeah.
Yeah. So, and there's still a lot of tasks left, and the ship is in our hands. And this is the most polished large ship that has ever been released. And
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I am shocked at how good quality this thing is.
Oh
Thanks,
boy.
Mystic. Appreciate
Hey,
it.
Mystic.
Here comes
So,
the next-
so
Awesome,
even though we're
Mystic. We
not
love you.
necessarily seeing progress on these on these items, they might be making progress, and we just may not see it until Friday or next week. Or they
Alright.
might kick back half of them for next patch.
So we could belabor the point and bring up the Squadron 42 roadmap to kind of show how some progress is happening there, but I don't really see a need to do it. Let's just say that we are seeing some progress on Squadron 42, which is really great. So hopefully that reflects well in what we see in CitizenCon and in getting Squadron 42 on time. In the meanwhile, let's push on to the newsletter. So, in the newsletter, what did we get and what was exciting? Well, they basically talk about how CitizenCon is sold out and that subscribers are getting the Tumbril Cyclone for the whole month of August, I believe, is it?
Which have been relentlessly tossed into 890 hangers off of cliffs.
So
En masse.
En masse.
Do we have that picture? We have to show that.
I don't have it. If you
How
can
many?
find it, I'll put it up.
How
though.
many?
Thanks for the
How
pause.
many
I'll pop it
cyclones
into the
can you
document for later.
fit in an 890 hanger? I want to know. Somebody find out for me.
A lot,
I know.
apparently.
It'd be really cool, like I said, if you could do it and then turn off local gravity and have them all just rain around. Feel like the ultimate carpet bombing weapon.
So, two really cool things that we got in the newsletter. Now, we got this last week, the goodies pack.
We actually gave away 2 last week.
That's right. Yeah.
Woo!
So,
Woo!
do we have any
Woo.
giveaways for this show? Shadow, what do you think?
I was already saying we should.
Where are we at?
Yeah, where
Well,
are we at
we're-
in our kitty for
We're
giveaways?
202. That's
we're
right where we're at right now.
All
Yep.
right. Okay. So we will do a giveaway by the end of the show. Why don't you check the balance to make sure that we're good for that, and then we'll.
It is. I already checked it. It's good.
Nice.
It was
Okay,
right
what
at
do
the
we-
beginning of the show.
What do we want to
so.
push for? Do we want to push for a $250 ship? Because
What do
that's
we
what we
think,
have set
people?
right now, and I think that'd be pretty
Couple
amazing.
small ships,
What-
or
What do we have to give away?
Well, we could always give
We
away like a
should-
Vanguard or something.
We can always find
Yep.
something.
Did-
Yeah.
I got
Shadow-
a million Vanguards.
Shadow always says Vanguard's a great
Yeah, ma'am.
giveaway.
No, I don't
Every-
think so, Crunch.
And everybody,
That's
everybody
a
lives.
$350 ship.
Well, not if you got it in the initial concept sales
Oh
or
yeah,
anniversary
yeah,
sales.
that's true. Oh yeah, the Vanguard.
only wanna-
Jordan, you have a $250 one you want to give away? Is that what you're saying right now?
Nope.
That's what I think he's saying. Everybody in
But
chat,
I like
don't think
I,
that's what he's
I like
saying?
mine a lot.
A hoplite. Sorry, I don't have any hoplites in my bag. I already sold them.
I actually have a hoplite, but I only have one, and I want to keep it. So tough.
Well, it sounds like it's a Vanguard Warden then.
Well, I gotta find if I've got a original. I've got original.
So
I gotta be able to replace it though.
while we're looking for that, what do you guys? I've got an original one too, but I only have one, and I don't necessarily want to give it away in buybacks. What do you guys think of this artwork? This is Rest Stop Posters is the title. This was the
Yeah, it's
sneak
nice.
peek in the.
It looks like posters.
Thank
love
you,
the
Captain
poster.
Obvious.
Come up with fantastic.
Well, I think they're really cool. I mean, this is gonna add a lot of like realism to rest stops, right? I mean, I cannot wait for that next upgrade for actually building out the inside and the interiors of them. Hey,
Super looking forward to the new rest stop interiors,
Yeah,
Whew.
totally agree.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be
and
Rest stop
hopefully
interiors
ex-
is gonna be nice.
and hopefully extra large hangars for our 890 jumps to land.
I heard that was gonna happen.
well, yeah.
Because we're supposed to get larger rest stops because the ones we
Right.
have right now are the small
Well,
ones. Believe it or not.
The larger rest stops are for 3.8 though, so we may not get them until
Oh, okay.
3.8. Yeah.
Right. I always forget what's in 8 or 7.
no,
New
I think
rest
they're,
stop interiors for 3.7.
Okay.
yeah, I think they're pretty cool. I think it adds a lot to the because I mean a lot of this stuff is real too. So the Oracle helmet, the Yeah, I mean, all of it's real. So that's what's, real in game. So that I like.
Cool.
It's not just a bunch of pictures that are filling up space.
It's cool stuff. What's next,
I
Tim?
like this. So this is post. It's not just posters. It's also badges and stickers, I think. Because that's what it said on the newsletter.
Okay.
Yeah, it says down at the bottom here. You can't read it because it's behind Shadow and I, but badges, posters, and stickers. So where are you going to stick your stickers?
Well, those look like posters.
I'm gonna slap one on your forehead. That's for sure. An origin sticker right on his head.
All right. Well, Joran, I know what you've been waiting for is to talk about Star Citizen Live, to talk about the 890 jump discussion, reveal, walkthrough that we all
Let
went
it
through.
roll.
Oh,
No, I haven't been.
I'm sure everybody here's.
No, you're Dr. Murray.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm Dr. Murray again.
Yeah.
Or
still.
have I been Dr. Murray this whole time?
No, you've
You've
been
been-
Dr. Murray the
yeah.
whole time. So I'm going to change it. But guys, we have something going on here. So NZ Vengeance, tipped $50 at the beginning of the show, or actually from last show. So there's three of us that are
That's
getting our
true.
names changed. So for those guys, for those that are new in the show, tipping and any money that we get coming in, it goes straight back to the community. Okay, and we have a rule that is if you tip $25 or more, for every $25 you tip, you get to change the name of one of the hosts. So. And we have a
These
lot of fun
names
with
are
that.
great.
And then it allows us to get closer to our goal to give away a ship, which is always fun. So we've got 3 names to change based upon Vengeance and all the donations he's done. So
Did he give us names last week for that?
Yes, they're in
no,
the show
no.
channel. You'll love them.
No, there was a deficit.
Oh.
So let me focus on that.
Make sure you spell it right.
Oh, those are funny. I have to admit.
Yeah. I don't know where they come from.
Anyway, while these are while STEM is changing our names, we had a Star Citizen Live on Friday of last week with John Crew and Peter Royale, the
With cheese?
John Crew is the head of the ship pipeline and ship design, and Peter Royale was the lead designer on the 890 jump. And they gave us a pretty thorough tour of the ship, which was great because we'd been getting a lot of sneak peeks here and there of various areas of the ship, and we really wanted to see more and more and more. Ship we've been waiting for many years, and the 890 jump is actually where all of us came from. We're all 890 jump owners from the Jump Club, and we wanted to start the Yacht Club where we can just kind of talk from our higher level backer perspective on
These names are killing
on
me.
the whole
Sorry.
project. They are funny. Yeah.
Have you guys never seen My Little Pony?
Twilight Sparky.
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
Sparkle,
I,
not Sparky.
Sparky,
And
Sparkle.
It's Pink IE. It's Pinky IE. Sorry, you just gotta spell it right.
Pink.
You sound like an avid watcher.
Doc has a bunch of little kids, so probably
I have a bunch
has seen a
of
little
two.
That's a bunch.
That's a bunch to me.
That's a bunch.
Like,
He had a whole litter.
anything more than one is a bunch.
A bunch is 5.
So wait, why don't you throw that 890 tour video up there, and we can talk about a few of the high points from the show.
Through
Let's
it.
do that.
So for those who don't know, this ship was Todd Pappy loves My Little Pony. We've actually seen that on many shows. He has quite a few My Little Ponies on his desk.
He has unicorns on his desk. No,
I think he also has My Little Pony stuff.
We get Todd to watch the show. We've completed something.
Been around for a while.
no, there's no Y. It's just PINKIE.
He really doesn't know. He's very Canadian, isn't he? All right, somebody please give double as much to rename me.
I think that suits you, Shadow.
Pinkie Pie's the party pony.
You're Pinkie Pie for the next hour.
Pinkie Pie is a party pony?
Yeah, from
Wow,
the
that's
party
a-
pony.
Or the rest of the show,
I'm gonna
unless
try and say that later.
unless somebody else.
All right.
But yeah, so for,
All
for
right.
those who don't know about the 890 jump, it is the largest ship to be released to the persistent universe so far in development. It is 210 meters. It is by Origin Designs as a luxury space yacht for transporting VIP passengers, um, uh, luxury exploration and touring, high value trading, command and control for people who want to manage their fleets. Captain Richard, he also owns an 890 jump, although I think he owns pretty much everything in the verse. And yeah, and this is just, it's so true to the original concept sales, only I think it's better.
Yeah, and they like
they-
backed up a few too. Brought back
oh,
the yellow.
Mystic-
Hey, Mystic! Thanks for the
Mystic.
tip.
Woo!
Mystic's
Nice
earned
for
herself
25.
a name change there.
she has earned herself a name change for
I didn't
either
realize
Dr.
we had
Murray or the rest of us.
So yeah, I like how they re-added
Yeah.
that yellow line back along. I don't know why. I just think that really is a
Yeah, it
beautiful
does.
accent.
It does look good. I love that blue glow there on the
Yep.
front, and those
And they inverted
gigantic
it.
the gigantic thruster, the maneuvering thrusters.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks so much like a yacht. Like
Yeah,
they just
it's
really nail the design on this.
unbelievably awesome.
It's so big. I think there's 29 or 30 maneuvering thrusters on it. It's like 3 times more than the Idris has. So for a giant capital ship, it actually handles really well.
So I could do like barrel rolls and take it through canyon runs.
Barrel rolls.
Because I'm going to.
Captain Richard is the king of barrel rolls. If you ever watch his stream,
Do you think that'll work?
love his.
I'll find
Super
out.
barrel.
Believe me, I will
So-
find out.
So there's their own turrets. Ooh, Dr.
Barrel
Murray.
roll, barrel roll. Hey. I love that.
Hey, Mystic,
Hey.
thanks for
Oh,
subscribing again.
Thanks for the resub, Mystic. I thought it was kind of funny that somebody mentioned point defense, and Jared kept calling the missile turrets point defense turrets.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Yeah, when you watch these, the whole community picks apart every word that everybody says, and when you're talking impromptu, without a script on these shows, a lot of times people might misspeak or just in exuberance or we all do it in normal conversation, but the community jumps on so much of this stuff, and they pick it apart and they analyze it and they dissect it and they put it under a microscope, every little word. It's like, oh, they didn't say anything about this, or they said that, so it's definitely not this. And it's like,
You want to pick apart the size 4 turret?
yeah, so this is one of the 2 man turrets, and they released with size 4s, which John Crew says, well, that's what it was. It was on the original brochure, which was 2014 when this ship was sold, and
When the
so
ship was 78 meters long.
Yeah, when it was a very small,
78.
very small ship, or even 123 in the brochures and whatnot. And that's when everything had smaller guns. Now all the ships that are coming out have size 5s. Ships that are half or a fourth of the size of this ship have size 5 guns. The Connie has 4 size 5s. The 600 has 3 size 5s. The Corsair has 4 size 5 hardpoints. The Nautilus, which we'll get to later in the show, has two size 7s on a 125 meter ship. It's like everything is getting bigger guns. So I think if they just bump it up one size for each of the weapon hard points, that these are size 2 missiles, which I think are just silly. That's just size 2 missiles are just absolutely silly.
It's not supposed to be offensive. Those turrets were really supposed to be mainly defensive. Like anti-missile, anti-torpedo.
Everything's defensive, but with size 2 missiles, they're not that strong. Even with the missile buffs here recently. Now a size 3, so the 600 has all size 3 missiles. Why shouldn't the 890 have size 3 missiles? Like, if lots of smaller ships have bigger weapons, So John Crew, he said in the tour that they've been getting feedback on it, so they're evaluating it. The same thing happened on the 600 when it came out. It had size 2 bulldogs on the remote turrets, and they bumped them immediately on the next patch up to size 3 Panthers. So I have every confidence that they're going to bring that up to par with other ships in the verse. It's not a battleship. It doesn't need size 7s. It doesn't need size 6. Does not need monster. It doesn't need size
size
5 torpedoes.
It needs size 6 guns. Two of those turrets should be size 6s.
Two of them,
So I
yeah.
have an
agree, all of
STS
them.
can. All of them. Everything should be size
All of them.
Everything. We need about a size 10 beam weapon on it, so it can be the
Yeah.
890K.
Oh God, here
The
we go.
military yacht. It's like, no, this is all the stuff that
No, but
people
size 5s on the turrets, on the crew
be-
turrets, and size 4 on the auto turrets would be great.
Yep. And size 3 missiles, and everything
Yeah.
would just be perfect.
Both those missiles.
Yeah.
It should have.
Yeah.
It should really have size 4 missiles in the tubes on the side instead of size 3s.
Yeah, the
those are
fixed
definitely
fixed missiles
undersized.
for the pirates should be
agree.
size 4, definitely. So this is one of the escape rafts, which is the size of an Argo personnel module. So
it's the same as
another
the Javelin's escape pod.
Same as the Idris. They were saying Idris has the same, pretty
Javelin
much the same
too.
one. Yeah, probably. It's modular, so they probably just have more of them around the bigger ship sign. There's no point.
Yeah.
They just redesign them. And that was another one of those little snafus where initially they thought it had 10, and they went in and looked inside. It had 8. They have to keep track of 146, 150 different ships. It's hard to keep every little detail absolutely 100%.
So, was there ever a crew or a capacity limit person-wise established for the 890?
There was never really one said, and right now I think there's about 60 chairs on the ship. So, and that's one of the things that there's been a lot of people that are kind of pulling in different directions. So some people, they want it to be.
It didn't seem like there was enough room in the life rafts. That's why I was saying. There's not room for like 20 something.
But that goes back to what are you using it for at what particular time? So some people want it as their personal yacht, and they think that the big lounge and the big bar that could belong in a hotel.
I gotta be able to save my space escorts.
Yeah, you gotta have room for your friends when you're having your sexy yacht parties.
So Starship Captain Nemo asks, is the Argo personnel carrier or the Argo in general going to be able to grab the ejected space rafts? And Shadow, that might be a way. That might be a way to save your strippers.
That's a good point.
Right.
Space escorts. Get it right.
I'm guessing that's the plan, since they made it the same as the other two escape pods or escape rafts.
They say they're going to be more Origin style, though. They're going to be a lot higher fidelity.
Right. The interior is going to be nicer.
Higher design.
Looking.
Everything is high fidelity.
One of the Mr. Refinement bars should go on the wall in there.
I love these corridors here. This gives me such a Starship Enterprise feel. The very, very Star Trek feel for these corridors. I love this. And so this is where you would dock it to a space station in space. So you go up. So those are the docking ports. So
docking collars.
Yeah, the docking collars. So
two of them, and they're right across from each other. Well, what was really neat about this is the fact that everywhere you can dock and enter the ship converges in one place. So Rex is gonna love that, because that's gonna be the one spot he's gonna be covering. Or he's going after.
They showed that boarding on his video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hopefully we'll have Rex on next week. I know we're
no, not next week. We're probably gonna shoot for the week after, because he's at the Red Bull Games tomorrow and Friday, so he's traveling.
And we're not having a show next week, are we?
Oh, that's right. We're not doing a show next week because Rainbow Dash and Pinkie Pie are going to be in Las
Vegas. Oh God! And if we live through it, then we'll have Rex on.
So we probably won't be able to stream from there. Now we will take potentially. We've got to talk about it. There's the chance that if Shadow can bring the computer, I can bring the rest of the gear we need to actually do a stream. So
Possible.
no commitments at this point, but it is possible. We'll see.
All
We'll
right.
see.
I have to test that this week.
Otherwise,
On my
next
to-do
week,
list.
next Wednesday might be the first Wednesday show that we've missed since we've started
I know we haven't
In
missed one.
February.
That's why we want to make it happen.
six
Yeah.
6 months ago.
I
So,
have a lot
yeah,
of work to do, but I'll see what I can do.
if you guys can stream from the hotel out there in Las Vegas.
Oh, we'll stream from somewhere interesting. Trust me.
We'll see what we can do. So keep your Wednesday open. That's you too, T Nightster, our awesome, amazing mod. Nobody else on any other channels
workhorse.
and shows steal T Nightster because he's too good and we can't lose him.
No,
We
I'll
can
buy
take
him back.
any other night of the week.
He's
If he's
I'll
he's
prepared to
murder
work for
off
you, but
anyone who
Wednesday night
tries.
he's ours. That's it.
So we're not going to go through the whole tour on our show. There's lots and lots of tour videos out there. I've got one out there in 2 parts. So if you don't have access to the PTU and you haven't actually been around the 890, you should definitely go check it out. Or join the Yacht Club, because actually that's another thing. Not this coming Saturday, but next Saturday, the 7th, we're going to be having a weekend party cruise.
Oh,
And
Yes.
so we should be out of PTU by then. So it'll be the live universe of 3.6.2, and only 890 jump owners will have the 890 in the regular persistent universe, which everyone has access to. And we're going to try to fill up as many 890 jumps with actual owners and folks from the Yacht Club. So join the Yacht Club Discord, and Saturday in 2 weeks, we're going to be having some party cruises on the weekend. So definitely join us for that, and come and explore some 890s with them.
Yeah, we'll probably be doing more of those Saturday cruises as the summer winds down and we head into the winter. For next week, though, for the 7th of September cruise, the plan is actually to get footage. So make sure
Thanks
you
for the bit,
put
Zebra.
on your best duds, because we're going to try and get a bunch of group footage. Why are we getting the group footage, you ask? Because we are putting together an intro for the show with the new 890 in it. We have Mufasa75 has made some amazing audio for us. He's put together a beautiful composition that we're going to get some video to. We're talking to a few people. I'm not going to disclose any names just yet because we've got to find out what's happening, but some really top tier video makers in the community. So hopefully we're going to have a great intro. We might make it a little promo video, maybe for the 890 Jump Club or for YachtClubSC. But either way, guys, we're trying to make this channel and the 890 Jump Club the best places to really come and hang out and have a good time. And just because we mentioned that, because what's the difference between the 890 Jump Club and this club? 890 Jump Club, you have to have an 890. This club, you just have to like Star Citizen and the yachts that are in it.
Show up and drink a lot.
Yeah. So cheers to liking the yachts in this game.
You don't actually have to drink alcohol either. We're open to everybody. Even Doc often just drinks water.
Yeah.
It's kind of indirectly required, though.
It is an
It's implied, but we won't.
It's implied. There you go.
That's just like Bar Citizen. So this is a Wednesday night online Bar Citizen where we all hang out.
That was the best way
What
to
a
explain it.
shower.
And we talk about spaceships, and we drink. But you don't have to drink when you go to a Bar Citizen. You don't have to drink when you hang out with us.
I mean, if you go to a Bar Citizen with me, you better drink, because I'm going to think you're a weirdo if you're in a bar not drinking.
But
Right.
Bar Citizens are not always held in bars. They're actually rarely held in bars. They're held in restaurants.
I know. Sometimes
But
they hold them
I
in
happen to
community
be the
parks.
Bar
Restaurants
Citizen
that have
guy.
bars, these are
I happen to know a little bit about Bar Citizen, being the bar guy.
just a little bit, right?
Peach
All
Fresca.
right. So let's move on.
So yeah, what's next? Something else happened last week.
We had Gamescom.
Something.
Things.
Gamescom
Gamescom?
happened, and we had a bunch of
Oh,
Bar
man.
Citizens that came along with that. So the first one.
I just realized my lights
Oh,
not
this is the
on
Aegis
whole time.
dinner, is it? No.
Look at
No,
that.
this is I believe the Wednesday night Bar Citizen before Gamescom.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we
What's that?
got
What's
yeah
in
we got
Golden
like
Break in the middle
3.
there? What ship is that?
Looks like a Carrack maybe. It's like I don't know. That looks like Xylo right behind
Yeah, it is
Oh, yeah,
Xylo, right to the left.
of that. That looks like Xylo right there. He
That's
does get
him.
around.
I think that's a retaliator, isn't it?
Oh, that's Friday night. Okay, so that's Friday night. A retaliator. He says in the
Retaliator,
red card.
okay.
Aha!
Yeah.
Oh, Italia, it's
Good-
coming
good
at
to
you.
have
and
somebody-
it's like angled. Okay.
Somebody who was actually there. Yeah, they had some great crowds there.
Wow,
those
that's
bar
a great
citizens.
crowd.
That was
Yeah.
Yeah,
They-
big turnout.
the German Star Citizen community is amazing. I mean, they're huge and they're avid. We have so many German members of the community here in the Yacht Club and the Jump Club and just throughout the Star Citizen community. Great space nerds in Germany, and folks go from all over Europe to attend Gamescom. It's like the biggest the biggest gaming convention in the world
Yeah.
ever, I think.
So there was a lot of good releases. We went over some of them last week. But yeah, that's a great picture. What else we got?
Yep, so the picture
Here's the
there.
next one.
That's a
So
motley
there's
crew.
there's Brian Chambers, there's Xylo, a few other space nerds there.
And do we know where that one's at?
Recognize Xylo.
No.
Which one was that? I think that was before Wednesday.
Before
I
Wednesday.
don't know. I got them all out of whack. I pulled them off of the Twitters.
Oh,
Off the
Xylo-
Twitters.
Xylo and Robert Space Industries Twitter, so y'all should definitely follow those. So
that
Brian
was
only
Thursday
came
or
on
Friday.
Thursday, so one of those 2 nights.
Nice.
An
Then
undisclosed location.
there's that one.
And that was
there.
another one.
Oh wow.
What is that ship in the back? Is that the mine layer? In that
No,
No,
that's
that's
a
Retaliator
Retaliator
again.
again.
Retaliate.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, okay.
that's the same poster.
Yep.
It's a great looking poster.
Yep.
though.
So
Mm.
every night they had great.
That's Wednesday.
Star Citizens
Xylo said. Nice. No, that looks like a hell of a good party right there. Street beer
Yep.
party. Hell yeah.
They do some good bar citizens out there. Yeah,
If
that's
only we
Chris
could go to
Harrow
all of
on the far right is Chris Harrow. There's actually Chris Harrow on the next image too.
Here. This guy. or-
On the far right, nope, behind him, that guy right there, that's Chris
Okay.
Harrow. So he's one of our German bar citizen organizers. He's also the one who has created the Xeon alphabet and language. So he translates
Xeon.
Xeon.
Oh,
Xeon.
here comes the emo.
Xeon. All right, Xeon. However you want
and
to
there's
pronounce
Aaron
that.
Roberts. So that's either Thursday or Friday.
So Zawa says the poster is a giant print off one of the cards made in the community fan project Squadrons SC board game.
Saw
that's
that,
right.
Yeah.
I read about
wonderful.
Yeah. Did they play
Yep.
it? Did they play it at Gamescom? I know there was some talk that they were going to play it. I wanted
Probably didn't have time. Nobody ever has time to play board games at these things. Yeah, there's Aaron, Chris Harrow next to him. The guy on the
Thanks
left
for the follow,
looks
Falco.
so familiar.
So then that moves us on to the Aegis dinner, where we got some
Which there was
good behind-the-scenes shots from backers. Wow, that
Yeah,
looks
we got a
nice.
lot
Yeah.
from the 890 jump crew. There was
Yeah, so we had
lots
so
of
there-
leaks.
yeah, so there's Heartswoe there on the third from the left, and then I think everybody else in that picture was part of the Jump Club. We had people who traveled from, I think 3 people who traveled from the U.S. Oh, Zawa said
Xylo took
he
the picture.
took that picture. That's great picture of
Great photography work.
bunch of great guys. Yeah, there's Daytroll in the middle back, and Rovak's in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
it
think so.
might have been a different picture. Yeah, these are a couple of the other guys. There was another similar picture with some of the other guys because I don't recognize all of them. Excuse me.
I love some of the
All right.
guys in top hats. Those were proper.
That's
Yeah,
concierge. True concierge.
Really
Yeah,
good. Yeah,
The guy on the
some-
top hat is Shapcap. He's actually out of Jacksonville, Florida. Yeah, he had a pretty cool outfit there. That top hat was pretty over the top.
Now, is that technically cosplay?
No.
Because he
Maybe.
flew from the States. He wasn't able to bring his whole cosplay thing because he does some amazing cosplay.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, he had a whole heavy armor.
Oh, was that
last
him
year?
last year?
Oh.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
that
Yep.
was amazing. He had a hard time.
Yeah,
with
that was Sharpcap.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's the mouse pad that looks
Wow.
very, very cool.
Yes, love
That's
this. By the
the
way,
one
Xylo, we
piece
of
need more
merch I
swag.
consider
We need
getting.
more swag.
Yeah.
We will buy it
Yeah,
all.
nice one with that. We definitely
Yeah,
need
it-
I may have gotten 2 of these.
more. Nicely done.
It,
You're
they,
bringing me
they,
one
they,
in Vegas, right, Shadow?
they need
Uh,
an origin one. Like they seriously need an
Yeah,
origin one.
Oh, an 891. How
An
many of those they
890,
sell?
600, 300s.
Yeah.
People
They
would go
Yeah.
freaking ape
Xylo,
shit.
we need an 891
You know
for
what?
sure. So
You know, what it'd be totally like.
Mm.
It'd be like the guy with a Ferrari jacket, but doesn't own a Ferrari. That's exactly what.
Ooh. So Xylo says lots of swag is coming. So hopefully they're
nice.
finally giving us the swag that we're dreaming of.
We
Like
will buy
hopefully
it off
we
the
want
shelves,
shirts,
man.
shirts. We need shirts. Origin shirts. Even those Drake people probably need shirts too that aren't falling apart. And other ship people need shirts too. Crusader Industries. I'm a big fan of Crusader
Other
Industries.
ship people. He basically just handed everybody to other ship
I just
people.
I want more Anvil ships in general.
I would agree with that.
And Anvil seriously needs more ships. That definitely.
Shot.
This picture
Yeah.
here, now this is Haskaha that has put this picture together. Now I hope I don't get in trouble because I don't think this one has been shown.
It's
to
not
the
public yet.
community
Yeah.
Okay, so that's bad. My bad. But it's
All right.
gorgeous, and I want to make
Beautiful.
a display of this. So Xylo, like if you're looking for an idea for a mouse pad or something big,
Listen
for a
to the
wall,
Drunken Yacht Club, guys.
the Drunken Yacht Club guys. Definitely.
We know art. God damn it, we're fancy.
We're armchair
We're
artists.
educated.
No,
We're
we,
educated.
we know what we'll buy,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
right?
That's really what it comes down to.
Right?
I think CIG knows what we'll buy too.
I'll buy like
so.
5 of those just to have them.
So now it's time to talk about the new ship launch.
The ugly duckling.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's not ugly. I think it's a beautiful ship.
No, I really don't think it's ugly. I just hate the turrets the way they are, but I get they have to protrude out like that.
It's a
Blister
Dorito.
turds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're laying mines, you're
It's kinda-
dropping it
it's
behind
kind
you,
of- kind of
especially if
Dorito.
you're trying to kite enemies, if it's going to work that way.
It's a brilliant idea, though. I mean, if you really think about it, I really feel like this ship is going to be used for a lot of different things, not just mine laying. Because I could think of a dozen little things I would do with it. That would
It's a
all
whole
be
new
bad.
type of gameplay, though. Like there's
Right.
not only do you have
And I
mine
almost
laying, you've
feel
got
it's
mine sweeping.
mistimed. Right. I really feel like it's a little mistimed. I think they should have gave us mines first to kind of give us an idea and then front it out. But I mean, either way, I think it's a cool.
Suppose they put a lot of thought into potential scenarios for mine gameplay, and we're not going to have that for a while. But and I guess they need this for Squadron 42. The only reason I can think for them to have rushed it through the process so much. So it's I think it's through white box, but it hasn't started gray box yet. Was kind of
that's the
impression
rumor
that
I
I
heard
got.
as well.
I heard it was almost 80% done.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah.
Well,
the cool part about it is
a lot of people kind of misinterpreted that. The ship is built apparently because they did a walkthrough at the dinner, so like it's through white box. So we have the maps. So here you can kind of see the layouts. So it shows the different floors. So it looks like that they've white boxed it out because they did a tour of a lot of the interior for the people at the dinner, but there weren't really any textures in there yet. So if you've been following ship developments over the past many years, that's called white box. And then gray box is actually much longer than white box. And then you have technical art and VFX and lots of other things after that too. So just because the ship body is built out doesn't mean it's 80% done.
Yeah, that's the easy part.
This
is why ships end up swelling when they actually do the insides.
yeah, there's no easy part. I mean, a lot of work goes into these and a lot of love, and CIG does an amazing job. All right. Tired Doc?
Hey,
thanks for subscribing.
No, I really feel like this is going to be used for a number of unique tasks. So
what I think is amazing.
So guns on the front, I don't understand the guns on the front. Why are they just that massive?
Mines in space are dumb.
I know, because space is big, right?
Okay, let's hear your argument for that.
Go ahead.
Okay,
got
you have
30 seconds.
24 minds, and I have
Mhm.
infinite amount of space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Space
Kind
is
of what it
big.
comes down to. I think it'll be a more tactical thing, you know. I mean, like the sentry mines really make a lot of sense when it comes to, you know, even if you just got somebody chasing you, or because I really feel like this is going to be the sneaky cargo ship. It all
But-
depends on how agile and fast it is, though.
This isn't exactly a
It's not.
one-on-one
It's not
battleship,
fast.
though. So you
It's
can't, like,
115 meters per second in SCM.
So,
Oh.
Wilson, I've seen this argument a lot that they're going to put mines by a jump point, but jump point entrances move around,
Yeah,
and
very.
jump point
Yeah.
experts move around, so you can't really mine
Right.
them.
Now, see that's one of the things I've been hearing different people various things on the jump point entrances and exits, and some people think that's like, oh well, the entrances aren't going to move, but the exits are going to move. It's like, oh well,
No,
they're both
they-
going to move,
they both move.
they're my gathering of that from talking with everybody who's been around since the beginning, since I've only been around since late 2015, is that the jump point entrances will be temporarily stable and then shift.
Yeah, they'll
And
be
that's
in
why
the
they have to be
same general vicinity for a little while, but you won't have
yeah,
to.
but then
Like, you open up a small area of space that opens the jump point with your jump drive, so you have to be within a certain distance of the jump point to be able to use it. It's my understanding of how they're going to do it. So I don't think mining off a jump point is going to be a viable option. Besides, even if you are 24 mines, is going to be enough to stop anyone from getting to it. They can just fly around them.
so I did a very brief calculation. So 6 times 4 is 24. So if they're
Yeah.
1 kilometer apart, so 1,000 meters, and you've got one every 4 kilometers and every 6 kilometers, that's 24 square kilometers. But that's only 4 by 6, and in space
It's not
that's
a lot.
really
Yeah.
that's nothing. So
Yeah.
you'd
No,
almost
for
have to have
defensive purposes of like
big
stations and
flexors.
stuff, I kind of get that. And then also like gameplay where you're trying to defeat fighters, you know, with the sentry mines, I could kind of
Yeah,
see that if you're.
for very small limited areas.
But I mean, maybe
Yeah.
that's good, right? You don't want
Yeah.
something that's like alpha, right? So I do get it. I'm going to be very curious to see how this gets used, though. I really feel like this ship is going to be used for other things than just mine laying.
Yuki Oregon said that mines broke EVE Online and they had to. So
Well, they
I don't
just flat out took them out and they never brought them back.
yeah, I don't know how they were actually
They
able
didn't. They didn't
to port
decay.
over
That
there.
was the problem.
Yeah, well, he
You
said
could lay
like
a
someone.
million mines.
Yeah, if you can lay a
It was
million
terrible.
mines in a system, that
It
breaks the
was-
system. But that's
But
that's
Got 24 at a time, and then
24.
you got to reload. Good luck. You're going to
Yeah,
be doing that
that's-
for years.
Yeah.
Exactly. So this is super limited. It's super small scale and tactical. So like one of the things that was mentioned by I think in the Q&A was so like if you have a mining operation and you want to kind of have additional protection around your mining operations against attack, you could lay some minefields around that to protect you.
Right. Stationary target defense, I could totally get.
Yeah,
but
that's
I
what makes the
don't-
most sense.
Even stationary
See a
target
whole lot
defense
more.
isn't going to be that great because you got 24 mines, and
Well, no, I mean,
there's a lot of
Well,
space to go
24
around.
century mines would do some serious damage to incoming.
So well think
if you
well,
put them in
think-
the right spot, but what
Sure.
if they just
Think-
fly around to the other side of the station?
if you think about distances,
More than one.
if you have a station and typical engagement distances are less than 2,000 meters, less than 2 kilometers, and you could have 24 mines, say 3 kilometers out from a station, and have a pretty good spherical coverage at that range.
Well,
but if someone was at 15
yeah, but guys, we're totally
kilometers,
missing the whole point. Is how many corporations have one mine layer? You're gonna have
Yeah.
20 of them. So
yeah, and people are going to have more than one. And so
I get it.
But question still becomes, I mean, how large a space can you really protect?
How expensive are mines?
Yeah.
How
And then-
how available are mines to buy?
And then
They'll be
somebody
similar
else
to
mentioned
missiles, I'm sure.
That's where I think the
Mhm.
century.
I hope
mines
they're
are
more
really gonna
expensive than
shine.
missiles.
they're a
'Cause
lot
they're
bigger
more
than
powerful
missiles.
than missiles.
So I think they're probably going to be closer to like torpedoes because I mean they're very large.
Yeah, maybe they'll
From the
probably be more
pictures that I saw.
expensive given for their size. They'll probably be more expensive. So
Mhm.
a Sentry drone will probably be, I don't know, like a size 7 or size 8 or something in terms of price.
Yeah, these really are like lag monsters in the current state of what we know. But
Well, we're not going to have them in the current state. They're not for
yeah,
quite
obviously.
some deployment for quite some time. So it's like that's
Mhm.
Yeah.
not really going to affect us. But
So
and
this
it's interesting
brochure is
that they've
beautiful.
Well, they're always
they
gorgeous.
they do a good job with marketing. Definitely.
Aegis is
So it was $675 on War Bond and $725 for credit, I
I
think.
think
Let's
so.
get to that.
And they've sold around $800,000 worth in the past 3 or 4 days. I haven't checked it past
a lot of my layers out there.
checked it today. But
It's
yeah.
the first concept ship since I've been a backer that I'm gonna miss. Unless somebody wants to buy it for me.
it's
Yeah,
Yeah,
I couldn't bring myself to buy it.
Yeah.
ooh, yeah. So we had a big peak 4 days ago. So Saturday, Sunday, I think it was. We had a big peak at over $500,000, and then it dropped to about $250,000, and then about 150,000. So yeah, so it's going to be probably close to about $1 million sale.
Oh.
So and it's a decent fundraising, and especially if it's designed for Squadron 42, and they have it for that. So a lot of the resource allocation is double justified.
Yeah.
So
I'm just go ahead.
just going to say
Rainbow
quickly.
Dash.
So here are the concept prices. So we've got the two war bond options are the Aegis Nautilus 675 and the Solstice Limited Edition war bond on the left-hand side here for 675 as well. Really interesting to see that the Solstice Limited Edition is the exact same price as the standard war bond. And then, of course, if you want to buy it with credit, you can only get the standard ship, and that's for an additional $50.
So one of the things that this made me think about, with it being mentioned that this was designed for Squadron 42. So I was under the impression that the bulk of Squadron 42 content was done. Was that year
Yeah.
before last? We got
That's what I heard too.
the vertical slice was at
Somebody
the end of
keeps adding.
2017. So, and creating a brand new ship in 2019 to go into create new entire storylines or scenarios and things. And if you think about all of the additional content creation that has to go on around a new ship like this, it makes you wonder how much more things are being added as opposed to just being refined on Squadron 42. So it's continuing to grow. I think that's a little evidence there.
Yeah, there's a lot there when it comes to that. So, which is actually kind of cool because that hopefully means that the story's changing and evolving. You know, yeah, scope creep. Yes.
Well, Fire says,
again,
wait,
scope
you
creep.
presume that there wasn't a slot for it already, but if they had already had a plan for a mine layer ship years ago as the whole storyline for the first chapter of Squadron 42 was written, wouldn't you have thought that they would have come up with something earlier than that? Karadev says that Minelay has been planned, or at least talked about, since 2014. It's been kicked around, but I don't know. It's just one of those things as a backer that just tries to grab little pieces of information here and there, and it's like building a jigsaw puzzle with just getting a piece every once in a while and putting it in here and a piece over here, and it's like, well, what's the whole picture look like? That's what we're often trying to do.
Who thinks
Did
I'm
you
going to
know
win this
if your
game, and who thinks I'm
opponent-
going to die horribly?
If your opponent
I
is
think you're gonna
playing
lose.
this game,
It's
watching
T.
the stream,
Nightster. Oh,
no
I'm getting
check
stream
in.
sniped.
Is it? Seriously? That's
Dang,
awesome. That's so freaking hilarious.
T.
What are the
It's all right. I
odds?
already have my badge. Let's get your badge for you, T. If you don't have it
Oh,
yet.
you're gonna give him the game?
So this is the little the little mini game that they came out with for the Nautilus. I have not actually played this. So
It's
what's
not bad. I've won
so
3 games, so
explain what's going on here.
All right. Well, so now I've got the option. So I had to put my sort of stash somewhere, and the opponent, T. Nightster, isn't supposed to be able to see where that stash is, but of course he's watching the stream, so he knows where it is. So I have the
Plus, he
option
doesn't
to either
He's got like
move,
a cover his
deploy a
eyes.
mine, or sweep, and I've got only so much time, so I'm going to do a sweep, and I'm going to choose this tile because I know he's shifty like that. He's going to put it right in front of me. So if there was one
Boy,
or
that's
not,
running
I don't
like-
know, but it was disarmed. It's running horribly. I don't know what's happening. It must be CIG servers. Couldn't possibly be that they're streaming.
Possibly that you've got a lot of different things going on here.
Xylo, can you get
Stream
on that?
and-
You know, like.
Speed up his computer.
Yeah,
Don't
go
bother.
speed up
All
Rainbow
right.
Dash's massive computer over there.
So how many people in the community have played? I've played 3 games. I won all 3. It's
I-
kind of like a twisted version of Mind Layer, but better.
Somebody said it was kind of like something between Mine Layer, Minesweeper, and Battleship.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't really quite understand. Stim.
I don't know.
So,
it's kinda neat.
so why don't you talk about actually what you're doing?
Sure.
Like,
So again,
He's
I'm-
losing.
You actually have an
So
you actually
I'm
have an
losing. That's
audience.
exactly what's happening.
Do you have an audience?
Okay, so what's happening is I am trying to outwit my cunning opponent by either searching for. So I've got 2 mines detected. So I bet you I swept that area, and then he put another mine down where I disarmed it. I bet you anything.
He can't put mines
You
down.
can't
next
put
to you
mines down
anymore.
there.
Only
Oh,
next
You
to
can only
himself.
put them in spaces adjacent from him.
Yeah.
The
Oh, that's
first
right,
mine
put
you
it
can
here,
drop
okay.
in his side.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why he's
He
about to
keeps
own
sweeping
your
that
ass.
same spot.
Okay,
He swept
so-
it twice now.
What we're gonna
You've
try
got a
and
bunch
do-
of mines, though.
I know I do, but he can see where the mines are on the screen, so I got to be very careful where I put them.
No, it's not gonna matter.
Now, can I put a mine on this space, and will that
Yes.
protect it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you can?
That'll delay the game a little bit. There we go. Do your worst, T Nightster.
Oh, so Chet, do you want to keep watching this, or is this boring as fuck?
This is boring.
Jordan, are you bored? Is that what's going on? right now?
Stim- exactly. Stim is clearing the route
Like,
for
I mean,
T.
I'm gonna pull a doc here and it's like try
How do
to get
I-
a match.
Just run over a
Mass-
mine.
I'm gonna
Run
I'm
over
gonna
your own
close and
mine.
give T the
No,
give T the
aw.
win. There we go. I'm gonna concede
Yeah.
my
You
opponent.
should have
There we go.
created
Yeah,
a
everybody-
seppuku
yeah, everybody
and
says
jumped
this
on
is
your
boring.
own mine.
This is boring as shit. All right, let's go back to actually having a show and talking about stuff instead of you playing
All right.
a game.
So
So we got to see what the mini game was about. So
so Joran, what isn't boring AF is the
the lore that nobody read.
lore post. Yeah, but you should read it because you know you want other stuff to focus on. So how was
I've
it?
been-
Did you read parts 1 through 3?
JJ.
I've been super busy on my jump,
Yeah.
and
So none of us on the show have read parts 1 through 3. So unfortunately,
We
we
didn't.
don't know
Read.
about
I
it.
started to read 4, but let me tell you, I was a little lost.
has anybody actually read this lore series? Because some of them are really great, and I take that back. All of them are really great.
Oh, they're
The lore
fantastic.
posts are super well written, and it reads like really great, interesting fiction. And we're all science fiction nerds here, I would hope, and I read a shit ton of, and I haven't had the time to read them as they come out with all the other stuff going on, and the hurricane's coming and 890 jump here and everything else happening.
He's talking
keeping
about a
up
real
with the jump club.
hurricane.
So is
In real
there
life.
really a hurricane coming
in,
to you right now?
in Florida.
Yeah, there is.
There is. It's going to be here on Monday. You've got a category 3. Category 3 hitting Florida on Monday morning.
I hate to tell you, Jordan, it's
No.
going to be a little bit bigger than that.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know.
Mm.
It is always so random.
I lived in Florida for 8 years. Trust me, it's going to be bigger.
I've been down here for 15 years in South Florida, and like I've seen a lot of hurricanes. And
Did you go
sometimes
through
they
Andrew?
fizzle.
Oh, you would have, yeah.
No. That's
No.
30. That's
That
30
was
years
30
ago,
plus
dude.
Yeah,
years ago.
1990.
30.
Yeah.
Like
It was
15.
like
a while ago.
91,
Yeah.
93,
Hey
89.
JJ, good morning out there. Yeah.
All
So
right.
anyhow, so
Moving right along.
that's a
Hi,
really interesting
JJ.
lore series that people should actually read.
Gotta go get another bottle.
We haven't actually had a chance to read it.
It was a good lore post.
You read it, Doc?
You guys should totally read it.
Yeah. So what was the
Yeah, give us
TLDR on that?
The abridged notes? Yeah.
They were doing one last job, and then they ran into some difficulties.
And
And
then at the end, it
Then
was
there
all
were some
resolved.
story arcs,
and some stuff happened.
and then the main
Wow.
character went on what's
Oh.
called the hero's journey, and he's somewhere in the hero's journey right now.
That's gone.
I see.
Gotcha.
It's fairly
Gotcha.
deep.
Yeah.
All right, so Jordan, did you want to talk a little bit
Next
about the
man
patch
on deck.
notes for the PTU? Nice.
Yeah.
Year
So
14.
the 890 jump
Ooh.
dropped to the PTU on Friday night after we got the nice tour of it. So everybody got to experience it.
Jump cat.
And then
No.
Stemcat.
Jeez. Always happy.
Hi, Bubba.
And we just got the second patch today. So some of the things that needed to get fixed were fixed. Where's the patch notes? Way down here. Couple of the really important things were to increase the health pool of the 890 so the hull isn't destroyed so quickly, and slightly decrease the shield strength. So if anybody saw the Camarel video that was going around here for the past several days, where he just let loose with torpedo after torpedo after torpedo from the Retaliator, turns out that there was like 9.8 million hit points for the 890 jump shield. They
Just went with a
added-
lot.
added an extra 0 or something there.
They may have added an extra 0.
Well, but like the rear,
something like that.
rear had like almost no shielding at all, though.
Well, so we're not sure about that. If it was the shield holes that they had found in the Evocati testing, but we know that the Hurston attrition and dominance weapons bypass shields completely. So as people were taking off from Lorville, because you could only take off from Area 18 or Lorville, because there were no other places that were large enough to take off with the 890 jump, there were some people that felt like that they would just camp outside of the armistice zone waiting for the 880 jumps to take off, and they would just blast them out of the sky. So this was happening quite a lot, and a guy in a Mustang blew our ship out of the air once. A Saber in a different spot. There's single fighters blowing 890 jumps out of the air.
Yeah.
Because they were totally bypassing the shields, and the hull hit points were very low, and it was
But
bullshit.
they fixed the hull hit points. Right?
They fixed the hull hit points. They adjusted the shield down a little bit because it was a little OP, and then they also here's a patch note on the Hurston weapons. Attrition and dominance have had their heat-based damage bonus removed and have been given a slight damage increase to compensate as a temporary workaround to the unintended shield penetration. So they basically just totally bypass shields altogether.
Yes. So those are just the tip weapons.
Yes. And they completed the LOD updates for the 890. So if you were trying to take pictures of the 890, hey Mufasa, that you can now take better pictures of the 890 because pieces of it don't disappear and you're not looking through the ship.
Yeah, the LOD was a real problem when I hit PTU. But,
yeah, well, I mean, it
seems pretty good now.
It was one of those mini tasks that were undone, and they listed it with the patch notes when it came out. As with many other things, a lot of the rooms they hadn't finished decorating. So I'm super glad that they dropped it when they did, with a lot of little minor things left to do on the task list. They've done a lot of them between Friday and today's patch, and even with the bugs and things that it launched with, it was the most polished large ship that has ever come out. Far fewer bugs. Nothing in the ship killed me, and it was great.
It's true. I only fell through the floor once.
Yeah, there was one lift you would fall through. Sometimes they fix that
one night, but
in this.
Very well done.
So it was absolutely a win-win-win. So I'm hoping that it goes live here in the next few days, next week, and next weekend we're going to be having the Yacht Club Party Cruise on Saturday the 7th around p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to get together a bunch of 890 jumps and do a bunch of fun stuff in the verse.
It's going to be a great time.
Try not to die horribly.
And since you said win-win-win, it sounds like we should probably do a giveaway.
Oh boy!
All right.
Are we
So
to a
I
giveaway
actually
yet?
have a Banu Defender.
Ooh.
which
What do
I'm
we wanna
not
do?
going to use because I can't stand it.
You don't like it?
Okay.
Oh man,
How
we
do
should give
you
away a
not
Defender.
like it?
Yeah,
I
let's
can't
do
stand
that
it.
because that is a
I
topical
think it's
ship.
awesome.
Yeah,
That is
that's
a
what I
topical
figured.
ship.
Imminently.
Yeah, awesome. So
Yeah.
is it an original concept LTI Banu Defender
Original
Val-
concept LTI.
valued at about $185?
I got a ton
Yep.
of those in my bag.
Yep.
Oh,
So
you
if
do? Well,
haven't-
we should give away a lot of those.
It's a 170. It's must have been.
170.
Yeah. I must
Okay.
So
have
if you
had it.
haven't
So-
caught on to what's happening in chat, you want to enter Bang Ship Me to get into the contest.
Exclamation
Well,
point,
T-
ship me.
Exclamation
ready?
point for the regular people.
Is
Listen,
it ready?
Kids these days are saying Bang Ship Me.
No, they're not.
Bang.
I have not heard
Hey,
that.
Oh, if you don't have the talk with them, they're just saying Bang Me, and then they talk about a ship. You know.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
So that's my best adult joke.
It's a Canadian
That
thing.
was-
Dad
that's
joke,
terrible.
right?
That was terrible.
It's terrible.
As long as you're laughing. All right.
Nobody was laughing.
I'm laughing.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's half the battle. Okay, so while we wait for that to happen, while people can get in on the action, why don't we go and start with some Q&A?
Oh,
Q&A.
do we have some questions? Anybody who has questions, you can drop them
are you
into
in
our
the
forum.
questions portion?
Yeah, we're already there. It's
Yeah.
you know,
We
there
had a
was-
lot of stuff to cover, but we covered it pretty
We've done
succinctly.
well.
quick. So there's
Yeah.
only one question, so it's going to be a big one. Are you ready? So this
Ooh,
one is
you're
going to
right.
be for
A
the
whole
whole
question.
team. We'll go. Jordan will hit you last. We'll start with Rainbow Bright. So you're gonna have to wait, Twilight Sparky. So Rainbow Bright, do you think the ship ramming will be an acceptable gameplay strategy? If not, how do you think they'll deter it? That comes from Super Jeff. Thanks, Super Jeff, from the website.
Super jab.
Well, let's take this slowly. So to start with,
Oh God.
Super Jeff,
Hmm.
ramming is going to be a part of the game, whether we like it or not. People do it now. People are going to do it forever. Sorry, everybody's laughing at me.
Ramming, you
So,
say?
I think ramming is going to be deterred by crime stats, reputation, and long wait fees to get your ship repaired. And every time you blow up and you reclaim your ship, it's going to cost more and take more time for you to file that claim. So
Correct.
it's just going to get expensive. That's what they're going to try and do. They're going to make it expensive to ram other people. They're going to make it prohibitive to keep your reputation good, and they're going to make it so that your smaller ship won't blow up your bigger ships, which is currently a problem.
Yeah.
Because you can ram a cat into an 890 and kill it, and the cat will live.
Meow.
Ouch! Space cats unite.
Space cats are rough.
They are.
Yeah, well,
Fierce little animals.
It's pretty much the Wild West right now in the
Yeah.
in the PU in the early alpha that we're in. You know, it eventually reputation
fun,
will
though.
matter. Eventually there will be more star systems that have more or less law, and people like that have developed bad reputations are not even going to be able to get into the better star systems that are heavily patrolled. It's just
We
not
can
gonna
hope.
happen. It's not going to happen.
It's not good.
Yeah.
I have faith in
There goes the space cat right there.
faith in CIG.
Aaron's space cat.
She's stalking my 890 right now.
Nice.
She wants to go for a ride.
Yeah. What about you, Shadow?
Uh,
What do you feel about ramming? How do you feel
yeah,
about
it's
ramming?
always going to be there. But, it's one of the. But I mean, if you look at it, I love ramming. No, it's a last ditch effort, right? You lose
One
all
of
your
my favorite
weapons.
things to do.
You've got, you got nothing left. As like a tactical thing, I could totally see. Like even blocking a jump or something, or knocking them out of alignment. It's
Yeah.
going to be a thing. You're going to have to use ramming to kill. Again, I hope there's a mechanic that actually calculates damage versus damage received. But yeah, I mean, it's always going to be a thing. So there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh, we
What do
we
you
had
think
some-
there, Rainbow Dash?
I think that there's going to be a lot of hammerheads that will try and move larger ships using.
You mean
Hammerhead?
just like
Yeah.
in the
Just like
movie
in Star
Rogue
Wars.
One? No, it's not Star Wars. It's Rogue
It's
One.
Rogue
Get it
One,
right.
true. It's very different take on Star Wars. We hope that the
Like a
latest
tugboat.
one is
That's right.
nice and
Totally,
dark like that
JJ.
too.
Like a tugboat.
There was
Tugboat, beep beep.
There was some other really big news here recently this week,
Was there?
actually. SpaceX
terms of?
Starhopper. Did y'all see
Oh,
the
Oh
Starhopper
yeah,
launch?
did you? Me and Jordan.
Did y'all see the Starhopper?
No explosions whatsoever.
I'm gonna put that in the show notes.
Does anyone else feel like the
Right.
amount of dust that sucker's going to kick up is going to be
After
a
this-
slight problem?
Discussion
When you
topics.
saw it land,
Yeah.
it was just like you couldn't see anything for a good 5 minutes.
Yeah, this was amazing. I got chills and goosebumps when this happened, and it
Jordan
was
doesn't play enough Kerbal
um,
Space Program. That's why.
amazing. That's
I
Kerbal.
haven't played enough KSB.
This was real life. This was
I
real
did this in
life.
KSB like 3 years ago.
I
so
do
I'm
this
not
all
gonna
the time. In
tell you. I know.
Easy.
Easy.
There we go. No,
So
so
can you explain
it
what's
doesn't-
going
this got
on
the
here?
new
What is
Raptor
the
motors?
Starhopper
Yeah.
all about?
So the Starhopper is the first test of the new Raptor engines that are significantly stronger than the engines that they're using right now in
About
the
30% stroke.
Falcon Heavies. And so this is using one Raptor engine on a 9-meter diameter. It's kind of a scale down, really just kind of wrapped around the engine for test purposes, for a much bigger body for the BFR.
Yep.
So the big fucking rocket that they've now changed to Starship or something like that. But I just watching this just take off and move and land just on this rocket, single rocket, and the actual final booster is going to have 32 of these rockets, so they'll be able to lift an incredible amount of
33.
payload.
Well, they have a high fluctuation factor that they can vary very easily. So that's what makes it ideal for landing vertically like that.
Yeah, a lot of control. So they'll be able to have a huge.
There it is.
number of
Not on
crew.
fire and all in one piece.
Yeah,
You know?
it worked
And still
beautifully.
venting oxygen, which is pretty amazing.
And it reminded me of like 1950s sci-fi.
Yeah.
You know, like
yeah, very
like
much
Flash,
so.
like Flash Gordon. But it's like this is real. And this is cutting edge technology that they're developing here. That's going to change just everything here over the next few years. So they're going to use this to go to the moon, to go to Mars, to lift ultra heavy payloads, to do suborbital transport between any point on the planet from like New York to Shanghai in 30 minutes.
45.
Kazatri says,
No,
my
thir-
face when
thir-
this little rocket flies
30 to
better than
35
hover mode.
Well, it takes like 20 minutes to get into orbit, and then you got like 45 minutes to rotate around the planet, and then 20 more minutes to land.
It's suborbital. They have a video where
Yeah.
they show it doing actual like 30 to 35 minutes to anywhere on the planet. That's their time frame.
I guess their rockets are bigger than mine.
They might be a little bigger than your
that's what-
Kerbals.
I feel like that's what she said.
Did she tell you that? That's sad.
Wow.
Hey, Griffin.
No, I thought it was pretty neat. I mean, I feel like it's the next evolutionary step. You know, we saw obviously the Falcon launches and all the Falcon landings. Now you have the Heavy Falcon. We had the first successful launch with the double landings. Now
Yep.
this, it's like, God, corporate should have stepped in a long time ago. We would be, God knows where we'd be right now if they
Yeah.
Well,
allowed it back then.
they've been somewhat, but they're not doing what Elon Musk is doing. I mean, he is moving
Well, that's what I mean, yeah.
faster and smarter than any of the rest of them are, and it's amazing. He's really like
Got to be unstoppable.
He's unstoppable. He's a true genius, crazy as a loon.
Have
But
you guys seen the trailer
real
for Ad Astra?
Yes.
I don't know, Rainbow Dash. Would you consider me crazy?
I think we should play that one and then do the giveaway.
What's it for?
Ad Astra.
Ad Astra. It looks very cool.
All right, I'm gonna unmute my Twitch, so be quiet.
What are you thinking about?
I do what I do because of my dad.
He was a hero. He gave his life for the pursuit of knowledge.
Control, you getting that over?
It's crazy out there. There's fires everywhere and plane crashes. They're calling it the surge.
Major, we have some highly classified information.
What can you tell us about the Lima project?
Its objective was to search for advanced extraterrestrial life. The ship disappeared approximately 16 years into the mission.
And the commander was?
He was my father, sir.
This might come as quite a shock to you. Your father was experimenting with a highly classified material that could threaten our entire solar system. All life would be destroyed. We're counting on you to find out what's happening out there.
I worry about you. I love you.
Please begin your psychological evaluation. As best you can, please describe your current mental and emotional state.
I'm feeling good, ready to do my job to the best of my abilities. I remain fully committed to the lawful completion of the mission. If necessary, I will destroy the project in its entirety. The Earth put its hopes in him. And now, its fate is on me.
We have a job to do. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Cool.
I don't know.
didn't hear about it.
They make space
Yeah,
travel
I
look
watched the
dangerous.
movie. Article they just did in the about danger travelers are going to go through was pretty alarming. But I mean, I knew that already. It was like, duh, all these people are signing up to, I want to go to Mars. You're like, you have no idea what you're coming up against.
Yeah, I don't want to go to Mars without proper radiation.
I ain't going. I'll wait 20 years.
we can't block that radiation yet, so I'm not going to Mars. Like,
yeah, that's kind of a killer to me, you know.
yeah.
But anyway, no, I didn't even. I mean, I don't watch movies, so I don't really know. But that does look interesting. I mean, was that Tommy Lee Jones? He's never.
Yeah, he was in there, but Brad Pitt and Liv Tyler are kind of like the main
Yeah,
actor and love interest, and then the rest are just top class
Tommy Lee Jones.
actors.
Tommy Lee Jones. That's all you need. Anyway,
He's awesome.
no, I didn't see that.
He's ancient now.
Yeah, he's old as fuck.
Ancient my ass. You don't get odd. You don't get old. You just get awesomer.
Distinguished.
No,
as
you
they
get
say.
old.
All right, it sounds like it is time for a giveaway. So, ooh, that's it.
Yeah, it does
That's the
sound like
sound
a
of the
giveaway.
giveaway.
Ooh, and a crystal glass I just almost broke.
All
All right, Banner
everybody, make
Defender,
sure
people,
you have
LTI, original
exclamation
concept.
point, ship mead. Get in
Found it.
there, and let's run it. T when you're ready.
All right, wait, hold on. Whoa. Everybody's
We've got
still
a few
shipping
people
me.
trying to get in still.
Oh, excuse me. Didn't he just win?
No, but he just entered. Holy cow!
I thought he just won one.
He did
He
just
might have
win
won.
recently.
We never
might have
wrote
entered
up the rules for that.
Yeah. So
We
the
know-
rules are if let's go with
He's gonna make him up right now.
hold on. Okay, so
No, I
I
think
can
it's
make
like-
up right now that
it
if
was
you've
like-
won in the last month, you
He
can't
was last month.
you can't win. I think last
he
month.
win?
That's got to
No.
be it.
I think
So
he did
you need
win.
to
Well, I don't know.
give other people a
totally-
chance to win.
So when,
we won't.
when did QC
We were going to
win?
do the quarter, but I think that's too
Good.
much because we have such a.
What did he
regular audience.
win? What did
I
he
don't
win?
think- I don't think
Brand
he
new
w-
defender.
No, I mean today, yes, but
Hmm.
you guys are saying
Oh,
he
he
won
won.
before.
I don't see
Well,
QC
he
on,
won, like, really
Q-
recently.
No,
Did he
it
win?
was
No, I don't think-
comparative
I don't think
last
so.
year.
We
He's
made
not
a
on the
list
list.
for this.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
Yep. Nope. So
We made a
QC
list for this.
QC,
Well,
QC,
ask him.
QC won.
QC, did you win anything before?
Of
He
course
did.
he's
I
gonna
forget
say
what it
no.
was.
Be honest.
No. We'll be
I don't
able to
think he
go
did,
back through
no.
the show.
No,
Oh, he didn't.
No, I don't
Okay,
think he
great.
did either.
I don't think so.
Congratulations, my friend.
Congratulations, QC. Sorry about that.
Congrats.
Jump in the Yacht Club Discord and get a hold of me.
We're a confused mess. Yeah.
He
Oh,
won
he
the
won the
javelin.
javelin.
Yeah, he won the
That's right.
javelin. God,
The
how
drinking
can I
helps a
forget that?
lot.
It does.
Oh my god.
So congratulations, XQC. Hit up
Out the Discord
Shadowkin
and
on that through the
Message
Discord.
Shadow.
Yeah,
Yep,
and he'll sort you out with that shit.
Oh, I'm almost out of beer.
Take care of you. Oh my gosh, somebody posted a picture of Tom Pappy hugging his unicorn.
His unicorns,
Make
yeah.
chat. That is freaking awesome. We need to share that.
Let's
I feel
put that up.
obligated.
Where,
I feel
where's
obligated
it?
now.
I
I put it in show.
It's in Maine.
I totally missed that.
He
Thank
put
you,
it in
Pawn.
No.
That's in May?
Pawn, what's your Pawn? Are you
That's
still
awesome.
like that? What's your name
That
actually
is
in chat?
cute.
I
That's
haven't
super
seen it.
good.
Cute. Yeah, he'll go ballistic over that. I like Todd. Todd's a good guy.
Yeah. How can
Basically
how can
tells
you not like a
He
guy
tells
that can
you
hug a unicorn like that?
exactly. Yeah, but he tells you shit exactly the way it is. It's like, yeah, it's just how I like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind
Yeah,
of
he's. Yeah. You know, we get a lot of good guys at CIG that just say it straight, don't sugarcoat it.
Yeah,
Todd
you
Pappy's
have to.
awesome. I want
Especially
another
big
Todd
car-
talk.
oh.
Who else wants another Todd talk?
Me
Make
too.
that happen. Yeah.
Please.
Todd Talk.
We like
I
Todd
love
Talk.
pull some strings.
Make it
we do
happen.
like
That was
Todd Talks.
awesome.
Oh, there was something else that I was supposed to mention actually.
And we also want a Tony Babbles because that'll be awesome. I know it's not like the TT, it's a TB thing.
That could be like 40
that shit's
hours of
contagious right
Tony
there.
just going
I
on
listened
and
for
on.
a long time.
Yeah. Oh, Sean Tracy,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so
Yep, him too.
Crunch has created a new website tool for the community called Tracker SC. You can register for it on trackersc.com. It is. I'll just read off of his site here. So it keeps track of the updates happening on the RSI website, changes such as new comm links, spectrum threads made by the devs, or game changes, game packages, CCUs, etc. So if you've got a Discord channel, or even you can set up for email updates. If you know how to do webhooks, you can register and get the webhook from your Discord RSI updates channel, put it into trackersc.com, and it'll send updates to all the newsletters, the lore posts, the Star Citizen Lives, CCU updates, new ship sales, all that new stuff that happens on the website. You'll get updates for it. So that is trackersc.com.
Well done, Crunch.
And
I know I was supposed to
cool.
set a
Yeah.
server up for him, but I totally just fell off the board. That was my fault.
use it to put together the notes for the show. It helps narrow down things like dates when announcements came out. I know Joran, you use it as well for a number of purposes, including show notes as well. So it's a really, really useful tool. Thank you for putting that together, Crunch.
Well done, Crunch. Well done.
Good work.
All right, so that's it, everybody. Thank you for joining us. T-Nightster, if you can line up a raid for us, then we can pass on all of these wonderful people to somebody else very deserving within the community. It's always great to support other streamers because we're here to have a good time, and if people weren't streaming, where would we go? We'd have to play board games and chat with ourselves and hang out on our phones and do nothing.
Interact with actual people.
No.
Or just get on a Discord and hang out with the Yacht Club in the Discord all week as we talk about everything going on in between shows.
People are getting on there to coordinate 890 jump tours and
yeah, we're doing a lot of
sessions.
in-game stuff.
Yeah,
you know, just want to find some people to hang out and fly around in the verse with.
We had like 12 people the other day in the Yacht Club Discord. Just logged in. I logged in for a little while.
Yeah, that is super cool.
Yeah,
you guys jump in there and converse because there's a lot of people that do like pickup stuff. So like I was gonna jump in one, but I got sidetracked. But I mean that's really cool because that's kind of what makes this so much fun.
Yep,
definitely encourage the love.
Bunch of people just having a good time, flying spaceships, talking spaceships.
XQCC, you should have your ship, my friend. Congratulations again, Banu Defender. Pretty awesome.
Okay, so we're
We're picking a
gonna
raid
send you
target.
guys over to Paul Shelley, the Astropub, who is doing tonight. He's doing Zero to Hero, and what he does is he starts with an Aurora, and he goes through and he earns the ships in game and kind of builds up, and it gives us an idea of not only how well these Auroras play to start off, but also kind of what the journey will be like if we start given the game balance that it is right now. And he's a great entertainer, so please show him some love when you get there. And guys, don't forget that on Saturday, September 7th, we're going to be doing an in-game event where we do a bunch of recordings. We're going to get as many 890 jumps as we can together. Everybody's welcome. So come in, jump on an 890 jump. One of the things we want to do is get as many people as we can on a single 890 jump and get some good footage, hanging out at the pool, having drinks at the bar, sitting down at the main table, like an org having a meeting. So we're going to put some cool footage together. So it should be a good time.
She'll be at the front of the table, by the way.
If only we had our pets in the game, hey? We could have them running around, little litter boxes.
No, they would take over the ship. They would just fly around.
We need space cats.
Yeah,
Seriously.
we need space cats.
They're like
I need
tribbles, really.
Tribbles.
To anyone who knows me, that's a hilarious joke.
Definitely need tribbles.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thanks, guys. That
All right,
was a
so
great
Great
show.
countdown.
Thanks,
Here we
everybody.
go. Thanks, everyone. Salute. Thanks for stopping.
Woo.
Give 'em a bunch of love over there.
Cheers, everybody. Thank
Bye,
you, guys.
everybody.
Bye, everybody.